Oi. Where you going, the market?
No, My parents have asked me to come live with them, and I'd like to.
Oh, what do you mean, live with them? You live here with me.
I'm sorry, Edward, but my father is right. You had a decent wage when you worked the farm. Why can you not be satisfied with that? With me?
Decent wage? That job was near as, damn it, to robbery. You want to be married to a peasant the whole of your life?
All right, Edward. All right.
You leave now, Caroline. You'll never know what's coming to us. Caroline! Caroline!
Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba.
Kid.
Wake up, Kenway.
What's that about?
He left this morning with the galleon. As faith, we'll discover a good use for this old cove ourselves.
Aye, we'll make something of it in time. We could keep a fleet here if we liked. And with a bit of fixing up, it'd be a decent place to call home. Might even convince my wife to come one day.
You're married, are you?
In God's eyes, I am. She left me some time ago.
Even so, keep that fact hid away. Most of these pirates don't respect a man with higher commitments than rum and plunder.
Call mine honor. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay. Yeah, well, anyways, sorry for the very abrupt dive into this. I continued into the Animus and it just instantly started the cutscene. I was like, oh, hold on. So that was my bad, but hello everybody. Welcome on back to another episode of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. We are picking up where we left off. We had some pretty big bombshells about Desmond dropped on us.
Over here! I found something.
And now we get to see more of what Edward was going through.
Come on, man.
Well, you did get like a 50-meter head start. Oh.
Odd-looking things, aren't they? Old and weathered.
Is this what they call Mayan? Or is it Aztec?
Are you good with riddles, Edward? Puzzles and ponderings and the like?
No worse than the next man, why?
I think you've a natural gift for it. The way you think and work. The way you understand the world.
Well, I don't know about that. You're talking in riddles now and I don't understand a word.
Clamber on top of this thing here, will you? Help me solve something.
It's like, the classic, just can't take a compliment to save your life.
Concentrate and focus all your senses. Look past shadows.
Ah, right. I know this feeling. I have since I was a lad. It's like using every sense at once, isn't it? To see sounds and hear shapes. Quite a combination.
Every man and woman on this earth has in them a kind of intuition hidden deep away.
I've had this sense most of my life. Only I thought it was related in some way to my dreaming, or the like.
Most never find it. Others, it takes years to tease out. But for a rare few, it comes as natural as breathing. What you feel is the light of life, of living things past and present. The residue of vitality, come and gone. Any man's senses can be tuned well past what he's born with. If he tries.
I think a very apt way of looking at stuff like that, and I think a fun justification for having this, magical eagle vision.
You are a gifted man, Edward.
Has a strange look. Is it worth something?
Nothing you can spend. But if you find all of them, it'll lead to something grand.
How many?
A few dozen, I think. This way.
A few dozen.
I've something else to show you.
Yeah, there's a couple of them out there.
I think you'll take this secret much faster. after?
A chest as well. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, it's nice to have like the genuine desire to be like, yes, I want to keep playing and
Now this has the makings of a mystery.
have stuff take up my time.
Only wait till you see what lies at the end. Here we are. What do you think?
I think Monsieur Ducasse was a man of many secrets.
Aye, and look here. A solid staircase leading God knows where. What do you suppose lies at the top?
Guess we'll find out.
From what I knew of Ducasse, wouldn't be surprised if...
Nope. Nothing like interrupting your own dialogue. Ooh.
Not a nice way to kick off. But that is some damn fine gear.
Try the key you took from Ducasse.
That's one. Only 4 left.
Aye. It might be that these 4 Templars have them. See the names here? They've been sent to kill these 4 targets.
Hang me, that's the map I sold to Governor Torres in Havana. He said it marked the location of assassin encampments.
You think maybe you owe them a bit of warning, then? If you have any kind of heart beating in that chest.
Suppose I could? If it leads me to the 4 other keys.
He
That
really is a
excuse is
pirate
better than none
all
at
the way
all.
through. Okay, alright. Interesting. Okay, so we'll have a bunch of different things like that we can work on. Okay. We also got a chest here too. I like that they also brought this back because did Revelations have a set of armor like this? I don't remember. Because I know we did in Brotherhood and in 2. But I don't think Revelations did unless I missed it. Which I definitely could have. And I don't think 3 had it at all. Which again, I could be wrong. I try to at least acknowledge when I know I could be wrong, because between my memory sometimes and then also it's like how I have a habit of rushing through things. It's a little, you know, every now and again there's like stuff like that ends up getting missed, and that's fair, but it's also like I feel like if it was missed it shouldn't be that easy to miss, you know? But I was like, I know that we at least still had all the keys and whatnot when it comes to Revelation, so we still had like a similar mechanic, but I don't think it was the same reward, you know? But we got to experience stuff with Sophia, and I liked that a lot. Because I at least get to see a more like soft and sentimental side of Ezio. Which I should have done like the Christina memories, but like, yeah.
Leaving already?
I think this cove suits you best, Edward. Better than that costume does.
Oh, come on now. We're pirates, kid. We take as we please and become who we like. Self-made men.
But that look ain't you. It's not who you are.
Who am I then?
Hard to tell some days. All I know is you like dangerous prizes.
Like the observatory. I think you know more about that than you let on in Nassau.
You noticed that, did you? Meet me at 20 degrees, 3 minutes latitude just off the coast of Yucatan. I'll have something to show you there in a few weeks' time.
Ah, they're so cool. Like I said, it was like genuinely too, it was like this just, there's so many interesting things that I want to like dive into. And ooh, and we can upgrade our hideout here too. It's like, don't mind if I do. Okay, let's... Okay, so these are like actual physical places we can go to upgrade. Which now it's like I'm gonna have even more of an excuse to actually go through and...
Have a moment. I've been needing coin to set up the shipyard, Captain. The faster I have the needful gold, the sooner our ships will rule the waves.
Oh, cool. Only 500, so I actually have enough for it. After I've spent all of my stuff on upgrades.
What do you be needing today, then?
Alright, bucko. Ooh, yeah, let's repair the jackdaw. Okay, so here is where we can do that. We got a little bit of sugar, but not much. I don't want to sell my goods.
My
Okay,
thanks
so
for
we'll
your
leave
trust.
that.
Hearken to an old tar, Captain. The men do sorely lack a place to do their wenching and debauching. With a little coin encouragement, I could have the old place Bristol fashion, and a flow of rum fit to obliterate a good tar proper like.
Alright, so we need 3,500 for you. Oh,
Captain Kenway, a moment. I'll not play duck and drake with you, Captain. I need coin to build a little emporium. I'd be ever obliged. And a local shop would bring in many a useful ware for you as repayment.
okay. Sure. Take a little general store. Don't mind if I do. With that said... Ah, my guy. Ooh, we can also get pieces of art. Okay. And sell stuff here. We can get different outfits. Get access to some more swords, I guess. Okay.
Next time.
It's like we need to get back out into the sea and make some money so we can actually upgrade some stuff. And I was like, so it's cool because it seems like the taverns, like, I believe, give us tips on stuff we can do. It's like, oh, the pirate's life for me. To be greeted with cheers just to get behind the
found a
wheel.
trove of nautical maps and ledgers and the like, scattered about the village. You'll find them sorted in the captain's quarters of the Jackal. Quality stuff.
Multiple maps and ledgers. That might come in useful. Decide to build up a fleet of our own.
Exactly my thinking, Captain. Have a look for yourself and tell me what you think.
Thank you. I do also like that we get access to this, because it's this game's version of the Assassin's Guild, I believe. If it ever loads. Do 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 do. Do 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 now prepare now. Does it? Because I think one of the things was that there's online elements, so that could be why it takes time to load. I guess while I'm waiting for this, I'm gonna double check to see if... see, black flag... Noise fleet. Ah. Okay. So from what it looks like is I might just have to mess with a I might just have to download a mod to fix it, which I'll probably do after, I guess, this episode. So we'll do it in between episodes and probably mess with it a little bit. But it looks like another classic Ubisoft thing where it's like something just kind of broke after an update and then they're never going to fix it. Because why would they fix it?
What's our course today, Captain? It's a fine day for any kind of mischief.
What's your feeling?
I'll make no secret of wanting to see the British brought to heel. If we can take their gold and put it to use ourselves, I'd be a happy man.
Spoken like a true Welshman, Addy.
And what's your aim?
Master Kid hinted at a prize he was eager to show me down in Tulum. Quite some distance, mind, on the Yucatan Peninsula.
You trust him to play it fair?
I can't be sure. He has a way of picking away at my conscience that gives me pause. I should go see him soon.
So long as we take some prizes along the way, I'm sure the crew will understand. I'll set a course for Tulum.
We're, speaking of prizes,
As much sail as you can! Hold tight, knocking him up, sir!
oh that's right, I don't have the ram upgrade, so this actually does a lot more damage to me than it does to anyone else. Oh, well. You know what? Let's go for an even bigger prize, shall we?
That section is out of commission.
Ooh, they do a lot of damage. Can we do it? I don't know. No, this is gonna be bad for us. Alright. Hold B to board. I'm gonna take you. Get us out of combat. And then... gonna use you to repair us. Steal all of your cargo. And we should be okay. Oh, we can send you to the fleet as well. Okay, but I need the repairs more, especially since I can't do anything with the fleet at the moment. So we'll deal with that later. Actually, you know what? Now we might be able to. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's like sometimes you just gotta do things a little differently to get it to actually work out for us. But you know what? I was like, I'll take it. I was like, and it's cool that that actually worked out really like perfectly for us. Because I was worried for a moment, but all we had to do was just take a little extra effort and focus on our smaller enemies first, get us healed up, and then And now, we should have the easy part. Of just taking care of the rest of the crew real quick. Dang, this guy just tanked a shot. Like, he tanked 2 bullets? Man, I was like, I guess some people are just built diff, huh? Cool. And so, you know what? You I can send to the fleet, because it was like, we're already pretty good health-wise. Like I said, eventually it'll pay off, as we'll be able to actually, like, do some of the extra stuff. Okay. Do that. I really just need to get some material so we can upgrade again. So that way we're not just so... Because I was like, all of those scraps are going to be a little difficult to do if we keep running into ships that are a lot higher level than us. But on the bright side... So my real question is then... So we've got a convoy over there. We can go around. We got side activities. But what of taking care of the... Like, what if I want to do the Templar stuff, right? Mystery Island. Do I have a way to look at that? Because it was like, I know it gave it to me on there. That's the Animus database. Progress tracker, maybe? So I can see the Templar hunt. There has to be a way to find locations like that, because there's no way that they just gave them to me and then I had to have them committed to memory and now, or else I can just never find them again. Sacrifice Island? What? Don't remember that at all, but okay. I know we've got... I think at some point in the story it takes us through raiding these as well. So much stuff to do, and yet... I'm not sure where to start. Because like I said, I was like, this I'm actually excited for going through this stuff and doing. Yeah, buddy, 1 rum. Anytime I hear "Yeah, buddy," all it makes me think of is the hit song "Ice Cream Paint Job." I was like, I've heard that song way too many times as a kid. Only it was like it's funny because it's literally the only reason why I knew anything about Kimbo Slice. Isn't it weird how stuff like that works out, where you're just like, yeah, I know just like nothing about this one thing, but and then because it was referenced in another piece of media or whatnot, it then is something that I'm aware of and know more about. Like, that's a big thing for me, especially with movies and whatnot, because there's a lot of stuff that I know for sure that I have not seen, but I know about because of specifically like Northern Line. It's always just like stuff like that that was like you wouldn't even think about, but my knowledge is already weird and eclectic, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't know about because like I have not watched a lot of movies in my life. Even though I was like in the prime age range for it, but a lot of movies and a lot of TV I just never watched because I've always been a very like heavy YouTube and Twitch person. You know? I was like, because that's what I've always enjoyed more than anything. One day I will stop ramming. As I said, it does a lot of damage to me for no reason, for no benefit. But yeah, there's a lot of like movies and TV shows that I have like just very heavily missed out on because I have not watched and really gone back to watch. And then I don't know if any of you are the same way, but I have a bad habit of starting things and then not finishing it. Just because I get anxious when things end, so I normally I go, oh, well, if I don't start something that has an endpoint, then we don't have to deal with it. Which I'm sure is a healthy way to handle that trauma. But yeah, we'll repair you, and then this other boat that we got over here we'll send to the fleet. But you know, it was like there's just a lot of stuff, and I've got a certain anxiety about, specifically about things that end. So I normally just try to avoid it as much as possible. But like, I actually started the Suicide Squad Isekai anime, and very good. I just have not finished it, even though I think I only have like an episode or two left to actually watch. I don't know. It's just one of those like weird quirks that I have that I've always dealt with. Am I actually just close enough to a... I think that's actually a fort I can take if I want. Which we might go ahead and just mess around with. I think it's one of the things, like, might as well do it, you know? I can't really go wrong with it, especially for already being here. I figure a lot of stuff like this is easy to do if you're doing stuff along the way instead of having to do the same thing over and over and over again. I noticed I was going to send it to the fleet, but I was like, our wanted level's rising, so like we're just going to try and knock that down.
Get the main.
Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. A lot of stuff we're really trying to not take damage from, huh? Fire! Fire, by the way? Don't know if you have heard the command yet, but fire? And if you didn't hear before, you definitely will be thinking about it now. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage. I should really take more care to actually brace, I guess. Yeah, because that... Can we reasonably take out one of these boats real quick? Because if we can... Ah! Yeah. That's kind of what I expected. Maybe we are not ready to take that naval base.
Of course today, Captain. It's a fine day for any kind of mischief.
What's your feeling?
I'll make no secret of wanting to see the British brought to
Although,
heel. If we can take their gold and put it to use ourselves, I'd be a happy man.
Spoken like a true Welshman.
What's your...
I was like, we can always try.
Quite some distance, mind. Yeah,
You trust him to play it fair?
I can't be sure.
It's just so much damage, though, for where we're at right now.
So long as we take our lives along the way, I'm sure the British understand. I'll set a course for Toulouse.
Brace yourself! Brace! Hold it steady! Fire! Fire!
I guess maybe our advantage would be, like, range over here. Yeah, because we're just taking so much damage so quickly.
She'll take it! Fire! Brace for impact!
Yeah, we need to...
Fire! Reason, all come!
We need to come back later.
Now, full sail! Fire! Fire! Now, fire!
Just, let me board you, please? Maybe? Thank you. Okay. We have saved ourselves from death for the moment.
Knock one of the slugs that's put on deck!
Remember, at the end of the day, sometimes it's okay to run away. Sometimes it's what you need to do in order to survive. But on the bright side, we're also building up our rum and sugar reserves, so, you know, not all that bad. Now, we need to go.
Down, water! Brace yourself!
Yeah, just, go this way. On the bright side, this happened to kind of lure some ships to come towards us, so...
Look, Captain! That's where the fire! Captain!
Alright, so we're gonna take care of you.
She's weak, is right there! Fire! Ready to fire, Captain! Fasten yourselves! Make it fair, Captain! Evasive maneuver! Talk! Mains up, let's go!
We're gonna board you. If I'm also honest too, is like I genuinely do not remember ever using the swivel gun like this. Come on. Oh well. This isn't really doing us any good hitting anyone, but that's fine. I do love that, like, kicking people over obstacles is an instant kill in this. Because sometimes it's so funny, it's like, yeah, I literally just kicked you backwards into the cannon and then it is, like, instantly taken care of. What should we do with the ship? Use it for repairs, please. So now my other question. Yeah, so it does persist. Okay. Alright, you know what? Maybe we can?
Fatten yourselves!
Well, unless those have also fully healed.
Working on it! Fire! The whole place! One more direct hit!
Can we do that and then hopefully outrun this? We'll repair. Alright. We just gotta get over here. Because we'll do that. And then we'll board. Is it a little cheesy? Maybe. But also, you know, what's the point of having this mechanic if we're not going to use it to our advantage, you know? Okay, sometimes it really does have a problem of actually getting into combat, which is annoying. Because I'm like, I promise you, I've been pressing the button to counter, because I know how to counter. The game just decided it didn't want me to be doing that, for some reason. Okay. So, we repair our ship. And then we turn. We try to get out of you, right? And then
Miss, are the hooks tight? We're ready, sir. Take offensive action.
ooh, okay, and their health hasn't gone back up.
Take down those towers. Ready to box, sir. Fire! He's vulnerable there.
No? Did I just keep missing it? There we go. Okay. So now, all we've got left is...
No! Look out, Captain!
just a little bit more.
He's the man, muzzle the gallants! Fire!
I think we're just gonna tank this. Ooh, well, didn't mean to tank it like that. Please, I beg. Okay.
Down to the drink! She's foundering! Hold down and crew up!
Oh, that was very, very close.
Furl those men!
I Again, with a little bit of stubbornness and a little bit of planning, though, we did it. Actually, does it show me what the difficulty of this one is? I guess the area is medium, but the money gain is high, so this might be exactly what we're looking for to get us hopefully some more upgrades for our ship, and then future ones will be easier.
All in the sunset! Crew up! Crew up! Full all sail! Do you hear the news?
Alright. Now... yeah, I want to use my swords, please. Thank you. So we just need to kill a couple of the officers. Nope. Yeah, you thought, buddy.
Bastards in the sights! Don't lose sight of them! I've a clear shot!
It's like you think since you got all these fancy guns, you'll be able to take care of me, no problem. But little do you know, I also have a gun of my own. Oh. Come on, strike me. Yeah. Now we just gotta reach the war room. You, sir, are discharged. Hold on. Let me try that again. You, sir, are discharged. There we go. Discharged. That really should have only taken one shot, but I guess the game decided that wasn't the case. Ooh. A legendary ship. Ooh. Ooh, and there's ruins over here. You can also go for some whale hunting too. Like I said, I just think it's cool that there's just so much to this game. Ah, I only have 3,600, that's lame. Really would have expected there'd be more. What's, Ah, okay, so we can lower our wanted level, we can do that, and then there's... oh, there's naval contracts too. Okay. How about... oh, hold on. Actually, I don't want to do that because we still don't have access to it. First things first, let's sell our sugar and rum. There we go. Nice little 10k. Don't mind if I do. And now we can upgrade. What do I need for the whole armor? I need more wood. Okay, so I still don't have anything that I really want to upgrade yet. I do, however, need to at least just get a basic ram. So that way when we hit people, we're not just losing all of our health instantly. Okay. We at least have a standard ram now. I still think so far as like this has been some of the best balance in terms of
Captain's at the helm.
you know, a bunch of stuff to do and whatnot, and then also is like good blend of story and everything. Like, but again, this game actually makes me want to do this stuff, right? I'm not sitting here like, oh, well, now I have to do this. Like, I'm like, ooh, I can do this and this and this. And I think that's a lot more fun for me. I will say, though, we are going to jump over here and fast travel so we can get to the next story point. Do we go for the Mayan, almost said Mayan. I was like, that's not the term. Yeah, you know what, while we're here, why not go for the Mayan secret thing? You know what I'm talking about. I also wonder though, is like what made Assassin's Creed Revelations look so good? Because like, don't get me wrong, this game also looks good, but just something about Revelations just was like the perfect balance of pretty and nice altogether, I think. I was like, and I think, which I was surprised about because I was like, Assassin's Creed, like the jump of quality from the first Assassin's Creed to the ones that follow it, like especially in like the Ezio trilogy, like absolutely stunning. But as for is that 3, I was like, I definitely think it looked good, but it was good and uninteresting. Ooh, there's a letter in a bottle. Okay, but most likely you probably need to get that viewpoint. That. Ooh. I didn't say ooh because there's a thing for me to shoot. I said ooh because I was like, it was like, because it showed it as a red paw print on the map. I didn't quite know what that meant. Oh, what upgrade did we get? Oh, we can just get the feline pelt outfit. Do we want this though? What do we look like right now? I don't know, because I actually kind of like this fit. I think costumes-wise, I was like, I think we have some of the, like, just kind of meh stuff in this one. I don't know if there's more to unlock there, but it was like the special ones they give us are just kind of okay. We don't get access to any of, like, the cool ones. Because 3, they, you know, gave you a bunch of stuff to, like, references a bunch of different things, and... And this one, I was like, we have one special one that's like a upgraded one. Oh, I can upgrade my health. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. Perfect. I would gladly take that, especially because I know I can use the health. That's the thing that's an interesting change in terms of balance over time. Because, you know, it's like obviously, so each outfit, or each upgrade, you know, increases our health by 25%, so we're kind of set at a certain amount. But when you go through the effort to get like the bonus outfits from earlier in the series, they give you like 20 plus health and you're like nigh immortal at that point. Here we go. You are what I want. I don't actually think it's worth jumping off here. I'm surprised the boar didn't run away when I got that close to it. Pistol ammo pouch can now be crafted too, okay. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Alright, so maybe we have to jump over here so we can actually climb up and get to the Mayan treasure. It's always funny because it's like sometimes I try to think about like if I have anything banter-wise kind of lined up. Because sometimes, you know, you ever hit that point where you realize you don't have much to talk about. But it's a thing where I guess work tends to give me obviously a lot of my banter points and whatnot. So I'm sure at some point I'll resort to telling work stories and everything. I guess one of the main things that I always think of is like, you know, working in customer service, you realize that a lot of people are very comfortable with just kind of saying what they want to you and whatnot and being like, I don't know how some people just don't understand boundaries. But you know, I am like the master of oversharing, don't get me wrong. But sometimes, you know, you go through and you're like, why would you say this to me? Why would you act this way to me? Like, I work with a lot of older people as customers.
One more for the collection.
And like one of the weirdest comments I have gotten is like people generally like me because I try to be helpful and I actually like, you know, somewhat try to show that I care and I go above and beyond a lot of like normal people that work in customer service type roles. But I did have one customer tell me that I gave her hot flashes. And I'm like, you know, I was like, thanks, I guess. Okay, cool. I was like, didn't really need to know that or anything, but sure. I was like, that's just kind of like an awkward, like weird thing to say to somebody that you like don't actually know, you know? Some of those people, it's like, compliments I don't mind, right? Like, I love letting people know, like, oh, like I think that, like your aesthetic is really nice. I've got tattoos, so people compliment me on my tattoos all the time. Like, I think stuff like that's like totally fine and normal. But then you have times where people say things and I'm like, what would possess you to like just say that? This is gonna kill me, isn't it? Oh, no. I physically could not tell. I couldn't tell there was any water there in the first place, but I also couldn't tell how deep it was. So I was like, we're just gonna hope. Yeah, like from working in customer service for so long, I was like, you sometimes just get some of the weirdest comments from people, and It's like you kind of, sometimes you just never really know how to handle it. Which I think is entirely valid, because I was like, even if you've worked in customer service, like I've worked customer service roles my whole life between restaurants and whatnot, but man, sometimes you just really get the stuff that throws you off. And I was like, I guess there's not really, like, there's normally not much you can really do to not be thrown off, you know? I always try to think too, I was like, luckily, you know, I'm good at kind of ignoring stuff, but sometimes it also just really makes you think, like, why? I don't know. My philosophy on a lot of it is like life is about figuring out how to handle things that make you uncomfortable. So it's like, even though there's a lot of bad stuff that comes with it that I definitely don't think people should be subjected to in the first place, it's like sometimes like I'm proud of myself for being able to handle it as well as I can. It's like sometimes you get harassed and you know, you just be as careful as you can in navigating those situations, because you never know if people are going to be weird and rude, or if it's going to be like an even bigger problem than it really should be. Like, so there's definitely a lot of times where people push you into situations that it's like, there is no reason for this. You know, obviously, I was like, you have to learn a lot about that too from being online. Like, yeah, we'll sail to sea. But I think about it a lot in terms of being someone who, as a kid, grew up using Kick. And it's like not the streaming platform, but the instant messaging platform. And I was like, that's a thing. It's like if you know, you know. I was like, a lot of people definitely dealt with like having to worry about being groomed, and I just can't craft.
Spoken like a true Welshman, Addy. And what's your...
It's just crazy. It's stuff like that. You're like, oh, okay. And I was like, now I feel like if anyone ever talks about Kick, it's never ever for good reasons.
He has a way of picking away at my conscience that gives me pause. Should go see him soon.
Do we go after this one too? I think we might.
I'll set a course for Toulouse.
But I think it's kind of crazy how stuff like that turns out too, you know? The fact that you can just kind of end up in a situation where like you're definitely dealing with stuff that like maybe you shouldn't, and yet here we are. But you know, at the end of the day, I was like, I figured it all out, and I've somewhat navigated to being an adult, and I'm pretty self-sufficient and whatnot, so even with all of the weirdness and everything, I was like, I figured it out. And figured it out with a lot of trauma, but figured it out nonetheless. So I guess sometimes that's kind of all you can ask for, is just being able to avoid letting the trauma get to you more than it should. Or more than is ever healthy. I'll wait to do the heart-printing stuff until I get some good upgrades, but... Nope. Hold on. Sorry, I took my hand off the wheel because I had to scratch my nose. Yeah, wow, there's a lot of situations like that where it's like, I've definitely... It's like the fun part about being born like late 90s and still having the... You have a very, very weird blend of a lot of different things kind of all at once, because I grew up at like just the right age to like I've dealt with dial-up and stuff like that, but it wasn't like as I was a teenager. It was like as I was a kid, and then as a teenager is when like mobile phones started becoming super accessible and internet was a lot easier to get a hold of and all that fun stuff. So it was kind of like a lawless frontier. And as an adult now, like obviously it was like I've done so much stuff internet wise that I have learned a lot about taking care of things and how to be responsible on the internet and everything, and how to also like learn a lot. There we go. Will you let me craft now? Yeah, there we go. Also, funnily enough, we love that the mainly detected don't kill anyone. We love the fact that this was called Nothing is True. So I wonder if the follow-up is going to be Everything is Permitted. So Kid is definitely an assassin though, right? Like we already know that that's the case. Uh-oh.
Saw a ship passing
Uh-oh.
close upon the shore, then gone.
Artabai warned us to be vigilant. Templars have been closing in for well on a year now.
Indeed, the Templars make noise with their comings and goings. I've not heard a thing just yet.
You will.
Definitely not in the best spot that I want to be. Oh. Wow, you had 8 on you. What is it? I saw I forget that Blue Sky calls them skeets. Which I know it's like technically not the official, but whatever. It's what my brain will always associate with them. But I saw a thing earlier that was just like, call me the chef, waiter, and customer the way I cook, served, and ate. It's like, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta have the raw, like, confidence to be able to put stuff like that out there and be like, you know what, we're vibing. It's like, that's my level of just like, fuck it, we ball. Because God, have I lived by those words of fuck it, we ball, you know? Oh. I will say too, is like, if you ever... Oh. It's like, if you ever have to deal with questions in your life, it's like, just remember, fuck it, we ball. If you're ever not sure about how things are going, or, you know, you're disappointed with things and not sure where to continue from on, or if you, especially like getting through traumatic events. Because at the end of the day, is like, the one who has the most control over stopping you from getting somewhere is you. Yeah. Which is like, obviously not just like a blanket rule. Hey, don't talk about me like that. It's rude. Talking about me like I'm not even here. Yeah, just come over here, buddy. I want to have a word with you. Asking how much lower I can get. It's like, but your treasure belongs to me now, so how about that? Oh. Thank you, game, for giving me very good, or giving me, like, not instant detection. Oh! We're not doing... we're not doing so hot on this whole, Yeah, this is fine. Oh, why? Why did you decide that you needed to climb up about... I hate it here. Oh, and I'm back here? Come on. Catch me a break. Okay. Alright. We just wait for you to turn around and then we run. Yeah, how much more can one fall? You hate my guts, whatever. Just take care of your buddies real quick. And then we're gonna lure you on over here, so that way we can knock you out. And then you're free over there. Yeah, easy. See? Look at us. And then... yes, please do not just jump down immediately in front of a couple people. That would be really, really bad for us. Alright, and then we wait for you. I will say, I was like, one thing I've always been good at in a lot of stuff is like being able to sight read things. Okay, no. Don't be rude. What? Why did it fill instantly? What? That's annoying. It went down and then it instantly just popped up fully full. Yeah, it's always been a thing where it's like, I've always been like pretty decent at Okay, you can't see us. I was like, but I've always been pretty decent at like sight reading things, and then also like specifically quick time events and stuff like that have always been good. Yes, go to sleep, please. Hide. No, you didn't see me. Because I've also had to spend a lot of time doing QuickTime event, like especially playing the Yakuza series. Well, before I purchased it, I had to play through it on... I played through it on Game Pass, and I was using my PS4 controller, but the PS4 controller didn't show the PS4 controller's prompts. It showed the 360 controller prompts. So I had to deal with that for a while.
Kid, you led me into a mess. Is it these monks?
Guarding the treasure you promised me.
I told you I had a secret to share, but I didn't say it'd be easy. Now let's get this door open and I'll show you what's inside.
Yeah, doing QTEs while also playing on a completely different controller and like having to keep track of your memory is all sorts of fun.
What is the assassin, Duncan Walpole?
Dead and buried. After he tried to kill me.
We are not sorry to see him gone, but it was you who carried out his final betrayal. Why?
Money was my only aim.
Should I find comfort in that? You murdered our brothers and sisters in Havana.
He has the sense, Mentor.
James tells me you treated with the Templars there. Did you see the man they called the Sage?
Aye.
Would you recognize his face if you saw it again?
I reckon so.
I must be certain.
Not a word. Come on.
It's like, well, old Edward out here just getting himself into more and more trouble. I also just love the vibe of him potentially just being like, dude, what am I getting myself into?
You walked me blind and backwards into this mess, kid. Who the hell was that jester back there?
Atabai, an assassin, and my mentor.
So you're all part of some daffy religion?
We're assassins and we follow a creed, aye. But it does not command us to act or submit, only to be wise.
Oh, do tell. I'd love to hear it.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. This is the world's only certainty.
Everything is permitted. I like the sound of that. Thinking what I like and acting how I please.
Ah!
You okay?
The way forward's blocked.
That's a
Wow.
door, I reckon.
Aye. And there should be some way to open it. A mechanism somewhere.
Like a capstan.
Those blocks up there. Try moving them.
Oh. Well, do I just need to go up? Oh, okay. I guess I did.
Those blocks up there seem like they might move with a bit of weight.
You're telling me? Oh,
Easy, Kenway. This ain't like climbing ratlins.
the tale as old as time, red and blue.
So it's you lot them Templars have been chasing then?
Until you came along and mucked things up, it was us chasing them. We had them running scared. They have the upper hand now.
Can I undo it? Maybe?
The door's mechanism seems to be broke. Let's find another way around. Follow on, man. Jump!
Yes. The good old leap of faith. And we get to enjoy swimming underwater too. 10 out of 10. Run out and you will eventually drown. Yeah.
You're still drawing breath?
Enough to
No.
curse you with, kid.
See, and I was like, this game just has some of my favorite just movement and environments of all time, though. Like, it does such a good job of just being like, yeah, you just get to see a little bit of everything out here. Because Because I messed around with like some of the
Must be a
caves
great
like this
treasure
in
beyond.
Revelations.
Right.
Whatever's waiting at the end of this path had better be worth my time.
That'll depend on you.
How's that?
What I'm taking you to see may spin your head right round. I hope you can take the shock of it.
I can handle myself.
It's like you can handle yourself, however, it was like, will you allow yourself to do the right thing? I think that's the one of the important parts in all of this, you know? Because it does seem like deep down, in spite of Edward's entire like desire to just make money and whatnot, he might have more of a conscience than he lets on, you
Is
know?
this it then? The grand prize your mentor asked me to see. Looks nothing like the man they called the Sage, I'm sorry to say.
Keep your trousers tied up. With one more riddle to solve. These statues are like the ones we've seen before. With pictures carved on them.
There's pictures carved on the floor as well, but not of the same sort.
There's a correspondence there. But what?
Is this just an easy puzzle where you...
There's a difference
see.
between them animals on the statues and them on the floor. Do you see it?
Aye, one group is predators, the other is prey.
Oh, I wonder if
That's the question.
it's telling me...
Right, there's your correspondence. Match a predator with its prey.
Hold on, was this also... Am I dumb? I might be.
Not sure that belongs there.
Oh, I should have paid attention. Oh, it literally told me to pay attention to the pictures and my brain was still thinking like Pokemon style. So that's one. So that's you, right? So we go a little on... So I was on the right path where I was thinking about doing this. Okay, so it'll actually let me pick up the... Okay. So it's actually going to let me... I assume that when I move this over... Oh. Oh, we'll go this way now. Because we move this over, and then... This will actually let me pick up this guy. Please climb. Nope. Not the direction I held or told you to go at all, but okay. And now we go back. And I just need to remember to push right when I move the stuff again. It's also funny because it's like, yes, you can look at pictures, but straight up just match it to the right color. Oh, and I still hit left, even though I just said 5 seconds ago I need to hit right. Sometimes the easiest instructions are the hardest to follow.
Jesus, that's him, the Sage. But this thing must be hundreds of years old.
Older still. You're certain it's him?
Aye. It's the eyes that mark him.
Did the Templars say why they wanted this sage?
They drew some of his blood into this small glass cube.
Like this one?
Aye. They meant to ask him about the observatory too, but he escaped.
Huh. We're finished here.
The Sage's Buried Secret. I really like this one. Continue.
What the hell did I just see back there?
Jim,
quiet.
The statue in the temple. Was that the man you saw in Havana?
Spitting likeness, aye.
It seems another sage has been found. The race for the observatory begins anew.
Is that why we're whispering?
This is your doing, Captain Kenway. The maps you sold to the Templars have led them straight to us. And now the agents of two empires know exactly where we operate.
Leave this to me, Mentor.
They have taken Edward's crew as well. I wonder what their lives are worth to him.
More than you think, buddy.
Take this.
Loyal to none other
You'll attract
than
no attention, and take fewer lives.
loyal to none other than me crew and me ship. Time to be a real assassin. The blowpipe is an efficient silent range weapon which can use sleep or berserk darts. Sleep darts program me to sleep for a few seconds.
Use them darts on this one coming now. Quick! Quiet and effective, see?
Alright.
You there! Get down!
Let's see if we can avoid some casualties.
Aye. I'm wondering if it's full of gold and jade and the like.
Has to be, don't it? Where else would the Dagos get it?
They're pulling it out of the ground, aren't they?
So what if I here? So if we do this, and then say we hit, oh, you then end up causing some issues. Yeah, just like that.
With me! Won't bloody lose me!
Ouch. Okay. I wonder if I lost a bunch of health because I jumped too far. That would track for how I play this game sometimes, but
Many thanks, but no forgiveness.
no, totally fair, dude. I understand. Yeah.
Ain't got nothing on us. Plague and perish if this ever happens again.
It was a
I'm
slave
gonna
who brought
try
these
not
out.
let it happen ever
Or
again.
the prince himself.
It's just the one he is.
Cheers, Cap.
Take care of you. Take care of Da 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 da. Alright. What else do we have going on over here? It looks like, I think it's just you two over here. So we can do this, drop down here. Take you, freak you. was like, I mean, I know they make a point about us killing less people, but also...
Mixing with these heathens makes me bloody sick.
God's truth. I can't cut them off.
Can't handle living among men, can they? Can't handle the Christian life. So they come here.
I will say I do like the... I do like the darts, though.
Let me up, Postman. And face me like a soldier.
Ha, loser.
Christ. What a mess here.
See, because we do that, and then... Oh, no? Okay. As I was like, please don't kill my buddies. I've put in a lot of work into trying to make sure nobody dies.
I may thank you later, if you manage to live through this.
You know what? That's really nice of you to say. Because I was like, I guess I'll be honest, I don't think I deserve much in the way of things. Like I said, it's a very peak, just like, you know, I kind of got us into this mess, so it's on me to get us out of it. Alright, so we hit you with the berserk. Hit you with the sleep.
Who's this Dutch fellow who goes here? What a sourpuss he is.
A slaver named Prince. I'm told he has a letter of marque from Governor Hamilton, and that we're to afford him every courtesy.
What? No, you... I hate it.
Out of kindness you do this? Or give?
That's annoying. I shouldn't have. Like, you know how the saying goes, is like, even the best laid plans, or something along those lines. Boom. Take care of you. Take care of you. Take care of you. We free you. We get ourselves some darts. Woo.
Who's out there?
See that mangy old codger? He's a Dutch slaver called Lawrence Prince, living now like a king in Jamaica. Bastard's been a target for years. Bloody hell, we nearly had him.
By God, you bravos are a cheery bunch, eh? All frowns and furrowed brows.
Captain Kenway, you have remarkable skills.
Thanks, mate. It comes natural.
But you're churlish and arrogant, prancing around in a uniform that you have not earned.
Everything is permitted. Isn't that your motto?
I absolve you of your errors in Havana and elsewhere, but you are not welcome here.
Sorry, mate. Wish it were otherwise.
Ah, you know what though? Fair enough. Can't be really too upset with him now, can we?
Cheery bunch of mates you've got.
You deserve scorn, Edward. Prancing about like one of us, bringing shame to our cause.
And what is that? Your cause?
To be blunt, we kill people. Templars and their associates. Folks who'd like to control all the empires on Earth. Claiming it's in the name of peace and order.
Sounds like the Cass's dying words.
You see? It's about power, really. About lording over people. Robbing us of liberty.
That another message from one of your friends?
Aye. I'll show you.
Ooh, more targets. One day I'll hit a good stopping point, but we've been caught like right in the middle of all this because we're doing extra stuff, and I was like, but you know, it's fine if videos are a little bit longer.
I know you ain't exactly impressed by our creed. So would the sight of money make you more friendly to our ways?
As ever.
Then work these contracts around the West Indies for us, and we'll pay you. As simple as that. Now follow on. I have one last secret to share.
Okay.
How long have you been one of these assassins, eh?
Couple years now. I met Atabai in Spanish Town, and there was something about him I trusted. Sort of wisdom.
Is all this his idea? His clan?
No, sir. Assassins and Templars have been at war for thousands of years. All over the world. The natives of this new world had a philosophy like our creed, for as long as they've been here. And when Europeans arrived, our groups sort of matched up. Cultures and religions and languages keep folks divided. But there's something in the Assassin's Creed that crosses all boundaries.
Oh my god, they said the title.
Fondness for life and
Assassin's
liberty.
Creed.
Sounds a bit like Nassau, no?
Close, but not quite. Here we are. Take that stone you discovered from the Mayan step. That's one.
Ooh.
Couple dozen more and you're in.
What will this effort gain me?
Respect for a start. From the men and women you put in danger here. And if that ain't enough, there's a treasure behind that door. Something many centuries old. I reckon if you made the effort to find every last one of those, it'd be worth your while.
So you sailing back to Nassau?
When I have another contract there, right? This is my home for now.
Ooh. And so it's like, I know we've got more, but it might just not let us put them in. Which is, I mean, that's totally fine. It's just, I don't need to see all of them in the door to know that I'm still at least doing the task. Okay. So, with us having done a lot of bad instead of good, that's a good place to call it. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun jazz, and I will see you in the next one.